Cern is the European Organization for Nuclear Research. It was founded 60 years ago, and our main business is fundamental physics. So our goal is to understand how the universe is built and how it works.
The LHC is Cern's latest particle accelerator. It's a 27-kilometer circumference tunnel under France and Switzerland. And within that, we accelerate protons, and those protons we cause to collide in 4 experimental areas.
When a collision happens in the accelerator, around the collision location, there are millions of sensors which digitize every tiny signals the sensors sees. And this is where impressive amount of data is generated and then is stored here in the data center. The data represents what happens in nature at high energy. So it's like a reconstruction of what happens or what has happened in the first moment of the universe.
We have built a storage infrastructure for making sure that all this data can be stored and archived in the long term in a reliable way. And IBM plays a very important role in this infrastructure.
The biggest challenge that we have here in the data center is that the 4 LHC experiments sends us constantly, 24 hours a day, more than a gigabyte of data per second. So we really have to store this data, preserve it in the long term, but also to make it accessible to several thousands of physicists worldwide.
In order to make sure that systems are reliable, we have to have several different layers of reliability. Of course, the front line layer is redundant systems. So we have duplicate systems, we have our standby systems. But underlying that, of course, we rely on ultimately a tape backup of software, code, whatever. And for that, we use TSM. When you get to the scale of data that we're talking about, the human effort involved in fixing problems is enormous. So the more reliable we can get, the more stable that we can get, the less intervention that we have to do is critical for us in being able to actually afford to run the operation.
On IBM equipment, we store approximately 40 petabytes worth of data. Now consider that a single DVD is 4 gigabytes of data. So we have around 10 million worth of DVDs stored on IBM equipment. At Cern, we have been using TSM for many years. And the amount of data we have been storing on TSM since has been growing almost exponentially. And TSM has been able to grow with it, to scale accordingly.
Since the last at least 30 years, Cern and IBM had a very deep collaboration in terms of hardware and software. Today, IBM is a major partner of Cern as we have a very large fraction of our storage that is based on IBM solutions.
And my team is very happy to have a performant and reliable solution like TSM.